guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ryerson. I do videos on lifestyle, education and vlogs here on YouTube. And if this is your very first time seeing me, thank you so much for stopping by, and please do feel free to hit the subscribe button to join the channel and ensure that your notification bell is turned on so that anytime I post a video, you are the first to know. So guys, in this video I'm going to be telling you guys about the universities in Canada with high acceptance rates. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about. I just did a little bit of research on that to be able to understand how some of the universities in Canada pick students, because a lot of times some people are wondering, am I going to get accepted? Am I going to be given admission to this school or that, you know? So there's just this doubt about some universities. So yeah, let's talk about that. Right, first of all, let's talk about what acceptance rate means. So basically, an acceptance rate for any institution tells you the rate at which applicants are offered admission into a particular institution. So after understanding what an acceptance rate means, the next thing to understand is how this acceptance rate is being calculated. Having known that anything rates, you guys know already, it means it's percentage, right? So having understood what an acceptance rate is, in order to calculate that number, the way it works for any institution, that institution takes the total number of people who have been accepted and the total number of people who applied, and then they divide them and then come up with an acceptance rate. So basically, total number of accepted applicants divided by the total number of students who applied and gets the acceptance rate for that particular institution. Having talked about that, the next thing we want to know is how important it is to look out for the acceptance rate for any institution of your choice. So if you're planning to apply to certain university, have you checked to see their acceptance rate? Do you know the selection, what the selection requirements is or are? Do you know what they are? And if you do know that, then you're able to even tell, okay, maybe do I stand a chance or not? Okay, I think that's how it works, but let's see. So in my opinion, yes, I think it's important to look out for the acceptance rate for any institution before you apply to them, because if the acceptance rate is low, it simply means that that school has a very, very selective admission policy, and you definitely know that your chances could be smaller if you apply to that university. And also, if the admission policy is very selective, then fewer applicants are going to be offered admission, except you're very, very, you should know your own grades by then. And if you know you're that kind of outstanding student, or you've always been, then good for you. But let's say if you're that kind of person that is like, within, you're just normal, or you're not like the best students or something, then you might want to like check it out to see if you stand a chance. However, the acceptance rate of an institution does not necessarily determine the quality for the school, or to some extent, but by setting minimum standards as a means to admit everybody, so they want to make sure that, okay, even if we are this kind of institution, what are some of the things that we can narrow it down, because so many people are applying to this particular school. How do we narrow the number down? That's what the acceptance rate does. So what are we looking out for? What are the things that we want students to have before we get them admitted into our institution? So those are the things that they are looking out for. So it doesn't necessarily determine, oh, this school is a good school, this school is a bad school. No, it doesn't mean that. Nothing like that. To some extent it doesn't, but at the same time, there are some schools that a lot of people do not apply to them because maybe they've heard that they've heard about some reviews about it and everything. That one is a story for another day. So now let's talk about the institutions in no particular order. I'm just going to list them. I'm not going to say this one is, if I call the first one, I don't mean it's the highest. I'm just going to go randomly. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Concordia University. Concordia University is located in Montreal in Quebec, and this university has a total number of about 46,000 students and has an acceptance rate of about 50 to 60%. The next university is the University of Saskatchewan. This university is found in Saskatchewan in Canada and has a total number of 25,000 students with an acceptance rate of about 72%. The next university I'm going to talk about is Memorial University. Like, Memorial University is always an all-rounder. Like, cheap universities is there. Any university, like, if the most talked about university, especially on YouTube, even you just hear about Memorial University a lot. So yeah, it's one of those universities that has a high acceptance rate for international students. It's located in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it has a total number of 19,000 students and an acceptance rate of 67%. Now, the next university we're going to talk about is Ryerson University. This university is located in Toronto, Canada, and it has a total number of about 44,000 students and an acceptance rate of about 80%. Wow. Yeah, 80%. That's great. If that's where you want to be, if you want to go to Toronto, you can see that. But check the fees too. Check the tuition. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say. The next university I'm going to talk about is the University of Lethbridge, which is found in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, and it has a total number of 9,000 students, and the acceptance rate is 93%. This is the highest one I have seen. So this university is the highest in Canada. I think even if you check it, if you Google it, that's what you're going to see. University of Lethbridge, it takes a lot of international students. So if that's where you want to be, if you want to be in Alberta, Canada, maybe you should consider going to University of Lethbridge as well, because yeah, and they have a variety of programs that you may want to check out. So check their page. Okay. So now, moving on, the next university on my list is University of Guelph. So this university is found in Ontario, Canada, and it has a total number of about 30,000 students and an acceptance rate of 75%. So that's another university which, yeah, if that interests you, you can check out their website and see what they offer. Okay. The next university I'm going to talk about is the University of Winnipeg. This university is found in Manitoba, Canada, and it has a total of about 10,000 students with an acceptance rate of about 68%, which is not bad. And I think Winnipeg University in Manitoba, they're also good with international students. So yeah, that's another place you may want to peep or look into. Moving on, the next university I'm going to talk about with another high acceptance rate is Lakehead University. Lakehead University has 3 campuses, one in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Aurelia, and another one in Ontario itself. So yeah, those are the 3 campuses it has. So Lakehead University, it has over 8,000 students and an acceptance rate of 83%. That's another university you may want to look out for, because 83%, honey, that's high. Like, that's high. Okay, so I think this is the 9th one I'm going to talk about. This one is the University of New Brunswick. University of New Brunswick is found in New Brunswick, of course, Canada, and it has campuses in Fredericton and in St. John's. So Fredericton, I think, is the capital of New Brunswick. Yeah, I think so. If I'm wrong, maybe you should just double check that. Okay, so yeah, so that's University of New Brunswick. It has a total number of about 18,000 students with an acceptance rate of 75%. So that's University of New Brunswick. And finally, guys, the final and the last university I'm going to talk about here in this video is Wilfrid Laurier University. This university is found in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. So it's found in Waterloo, Canada. So yeah, and I think it has campuses as well. I'm not quite sure, but if you want more information on that, you can just check out Wilfrid Laurier University. Okay, so yeah, so this is the list of the 10 universities I'm going to give you guys. There are other universities that have high acceptance rates, but not as high as this ones, but they do also accept international students. This one are more prominent and more obvious, more popular, you know. So just so you know, and just for your information, in case you're looking at coming or looking or getting into one of the universities in Canada. Also, I want to say these figures are also estimated figures and numbers, so don't quote me wrong. Some of them are likely to change or susceptible to change, because a lot of times schools, they do reviews, and then these numbers could change at any time, okay, depending on the number of people who apply as well, and also the university's admission policies. Okay, that's everything. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope this video helps one person or two. Please kindly share it as well, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you guys in my next one.